السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. ربنا زدنا علما. اللهم فقهنا في الدين. اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وأملا متقبلا آمين يا رب العالمين. So here we are with our session number 235 for Quranic Arabic Grammar, in which we are learning Surat Al-Balad, Alhamdulillah, and we have covered almost half of the surah in our last session. And today we are going to continue from verse number 12. And I had with me Sister um, Dilruba, and I will ask her, request her to unmute herself and continue with the rest of the verse, inshallah.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear sister. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing good. Are you ready?
Oh, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So let's start, and you can continue with verse number 12.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I can say here is it's Halia
Okay.
and Ma ismu istifham and I can call it mubtada adara fil madi mabniun ala fatha ala alif ka mafulun bihi. So here I can call ma mubtada because of adra verb already engaged mafulun bihi. So it cannot be mafulun bihi here.
Yes, very good job. So everyone, for all of you, sister Dilruba has correctly identified ma as mubtada because adra is already engaged with ka, so you would not treat ma as mafulun bihi muqaddam or anything of that sort. You already have your maful bihi after adraka, and ka is the maful bihi here, and ma is correctly labeled as mubtada. So with every mubtada, you have a khabar, and what will be adraka?
Adaraka is fi mahalli rafin khabar for ma.
Very good job. Continue.
And mal aqaba, this is the another sentence. So I can analyze it. Ma is isum istifham, and al aqaba is and the ma isum istifham is can be khabar, can be mubtada. Because ma followed by isum marifa, then it can be mubtada, can be khabar ma.
Very good job. Very well done. Very proud of you. So let me just take you to the slide for those of us who have forgotten how to label ma. It will be a quick review for them. Um, you will find your slides here because some of the people, unfortunately, they don't even know what has been covered and what is there in the slides. So for their help, so ma, as sister has already mentioned, is ism istifham. It belongs to al majmuatul ula. When it comes to the Arab of this ma, sister is following here this table. And in the first one, she followed this side, and now she is saying that since if it if it is if ism after ma is common, then ma is mubtada. But since here it is followed by some marfa. There are two ways how you are going to label this ma. You can call it mubtada, or you can call it khabar muqaddam, as Sister Diluba has already identified and did it already. So there is nothing more, but I just want to guide you to the slides where it was all written. Alhamdulillah. So sister, now you have this jumla ismiya. Can you connect it to whatever has been mentioned before?
Yeah. And mal aqama jumlatul ismiya is another maf'ulun bihi for adra. So fi maf'ulun bihi number 2. So fi mahalli nasbin.
Very good job. Very well done. So now I will ask any questions on this verse? Any questions? Anyone? Everyone got it? Okay. About this vow, we will, continue with the verse number 13, and then we'll come back to the vow, if that's okay with everyone. Okay. I think for verse number 13, 14, and 15. Sister, are you continuing verse number 13 as well, Sister Dilruba? Did I assign you? Or
I'm assigned. 13 onwards, I'm assigned.
okay, so I will ask you to continue where Sister Dilruba has left. Barakallahu fiki, Sister Dilruba. Very, very well done. And I'm very proud of all the hard work you have put in this program. And, I really, really, I'm very appreciative from the bottom of my heart. Ameen. So, Sister Faiza.
Okay. So, inshallah, let's start. Inshallah, number 13, fakku raqabatin. So, fakku, the word fakku is marfu'a bi dhammatu zahira. This is actually the khabar li mubtada mahzoof here, connecting it back to ayah number 12. This is answering a question. So, this is one of the cases in which we can skip or we can skip the mubtada. And out of 4 cases which are jawazan, and there are few cases which are wujuban, where we have to skip mubtada. So before I actually start that, let me connect these 2 words. It will be easy. So fakku raqabatin is making idafa. So raqabatin here is majroor bil idafa. So what we are doing up here is wama adraka mal uqaba. So now I'm answering the question. Hiya fakku raqabatin. So context wise, it can be removed, and actually this is one of the conditions where we are answering a question. So the other cases can be if we are seeing the mubtada is being omitted when there is it's coming after qala, or it is coming after bal, or there is a fa or rabita. So there are, and also this answering the question. So there are 4 cases where this is jaiz to remove that mubtada. And then there are cases when we just like in the fail jamid, where in nema besa, where we have to, this is wajib to remove the mubtada. So that was fakku raqaba.
Okay. And when you look at this, let me just, for everyone, for those of you who don't fully remember the slide, this was a slide that was shared with you when we were learning Surah Rahman. And here we have learned the cases where it was jais to omit mubtada. And the first 4 cases were jawazul hasful mubtada, and those were after bal, qala, rabita, in response to a question. And then there were cases when it was wajib to remove mubtada, and in the wajib cases, if it is if mubtada is coming before ni'ma bisa, or if there is this concept we have not gone over, and natul maqtu, inshallah we'll learn it later. And the last case was if the khabar is a masdar denoting a fi'l, and where you see here sabrun jameel in Quran in Surah Yusuf. For sabrun jameel, then my patience is the beautiful patience. So here Sister Faiza is saying the reason could be that this is a response to a question, because there was a question right before. However, if I take you back, Sister Faiza, can it also be the possibility that this fakku, which is what type of a word is fakku?
This is a masdar.
Fakku is a masdar. Yeah. So this is fa rabita. Sister, fa rabita, here, you see any fa rabita? Sister Aisha is asking, is this, so this is...
No, I don't. This is a fa, kaf is a root letter.
Yeah, so it is not
part of the word.
So, fakku raqaba, now focusing on this word, and this is a masdar. What have we learned about a masdar? So can the possibility that this has been an omission of mubtada because of the word being a masdar? Can this be the case that I just showed you? If the khabar is a masdar,
last one?
Yeah, the last one. Yeah?
Yes, that is also
that can be the case. And there is, that is why we are reviewing and we are doing it together. Because when many brains work together who have put an effort, there is, the result that we get from learning. It's actually a process where we are learning from each other, my dear sister. So it's not, it's not the individual learning. In Quran, when different ideas come together, it solidifies. There is a concept that you may have question about, but now you will learn it in a very different light. So there is a possibility that hiya had been removed because the khabar is a masdar. And do you think this masdar can be acting as a fail?
So I'm right now, it can act as one, as masadar have the different amal too. But
Okay.
here I was trying to keep it simple as it is in the jumla ismiya, and it's answering the question. So I didn't
Okay.
think about it as acting as a fail.
Okay, but now if you think of it acting as a fail, it's mudaf ilayhi, fakku raqabatin,
Yeah.
freeing of the necks or freeing of a slave.
Yeah,
Freeing
then this is
of a
going to be so if I treat this as a fail, then I
slave.
have to bring all what fail does in a sentence. So I need to make fail my amil, this masdar my amil. So it is going to take then a file, it is going to take a maf'ul bihi, just as any fail does.
So who
So
is
then
Mhm.
so I am going to say this raqabatan is actually the maf'ul bihi li ismu masdar, and this is actually lafzan majroor, but muhallan mansuban.
Very well done. Very well done. So it is lafzan, it is majroor,
Majroor.
but mahallan, it is maf'ul bihi for fakku.
Li ismu masdar. Yes.
How it has been, and this is why I wanted to do this surah, alhamdulillah. So see here, amalu masdar, when it is mudaf, or it acts like a fail when it is mudaf, it acts as a fail when it is munawwanan, it acts as a fail when it is with al. It's mudaf ilayhi can be its file, and its mudaf ilayhi can be its maf'ul bihi. Here, what is it? You have to treat it as maf'ulun bihi, right?
Maf'ul bihi. Yeah.
Very good
Yeah.
job. Very good job. And it has done that in many verses. I think in Quran you have seen it here. Kazikrikum aba'akum. Like you're mentioning of your fathers have, but here you
Yeah.
are noticing kum is a
Kum.
file,
Mhm.
and aba'akum is a maf'ulun bihi, right?
Yes. Yes.
Bittikhazikum, kum is
Mhm.
again coming as file.
Again, file.
And al-ijla is a mafulun bihi, right? Is coming up as a mafulun bihi. I hope I have an example where it was it was a mafulun bihi, but there is, and I think the example that I have in my paper, in my work here is the example that is not that is not from Quran. So I wanted a Quranic example, but here you are finding a Quranic example where mudaf ilayhi is mafulun bihi for fail, for masdar, fakku. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes.
So if it is clear to you, okay. I hope it is clear to rest of the sisters that fakku is a masdar, and since it's coming up as a mudaf, it can act as a fail. It can act as a fail. The people who are being addressed, or who are being discussed could be the file of the fail. And raqabatin here is the person who was mentioned. Ayaksabu alam yarahu ahad alam naj'al lahu aynayn. So walisanan wa shafatain wa hadaynahun najdayn falaqtaham al-aqaba. So the person who's being asked about, the fakku is acting as a fail, raqabatin is acting as mafulun bihi, and then comes your aw, and you continue, dear Sister Faiza.
Also, Sister Simon, for the file, I was actually looking at Mama Adraka. This kaf up here, as you mentioned earlier too, like you just mentioned it.
So now I'm going to come to that.
Can be.
You just I want you to forget. I should not say this. It may not be befitting the words of Quran, but for now,
Okay.
just think about as if this verse was not there. Can you do that for a minute? For next 5-10 minutes, forget about verse number 12. And may Allah forgive me for that, but for now, forget about that this verse was not there. Okay? Now continue.
Okay, so aw is harf atf. Ito amun is ma'tuf alal fakku. And so I'm seeing after it'amun, which is a common ism, is coming jar wa majroor. So this is fi yawmin. This can be treated as a mutalik to it'amun. It can also be just like a complex mawsoof sifa. And then going into
before you do that, let's just continue with the normal Arab. Continue with the normal Arab first, okay? Because you will find something here in the next verses that will make you
yes, I'm not gonna treat this as one. So I'm just going to I'm just gonna treat it as like mutalik bil it'amun or sifa to it'amun.
Okay.
Yes, right?
It'amun is matuf ala fakku fi yawmin jar wal majroor.
Is
Continue.
sifa to it'amun or mutalik to it'amun.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, so fi yawmin, and then coming next again, yawmin is one of those mudafs that can take, which is a mu'arraf mudaf. So it can take sentence as well as a word, mufrad ism as its mudaf ilayhi. And it is right now in this verse, it is taking mufrad ism as its mudaf ilayhi. So which is the, and the is connected to maswabatin through idafa.
Very
and
good.
this the has this ya, which is one of those 5 yas that we have covered in our Anwa'u ya, and this is the yaul Arab.
Very good job. Very proud of you, because it is, if you have to label this, if you have to put Arab as the Arabs do, you will say that this word is majroor bil yaul Arab. لأنه من الأسماء الخمسة, because it is from the special 5 words. So this word is, instead of being, when a word is a singular word, when a word is a singular ism, what is the sign of jar status in a singular word? What do we see as a
Kasra.
sign? Kasra. But in this case, what is the sign of jar status? The ya, as you have said, the yaul Arab is a sign of jar status here. Do you all agree? Do you all remember this slide that we have covered a while ago? I think we have, I may have not added it here, but it may be somewhere here.
I think Anwa'u ya was there. Anwa'u ya was there.
Anwa'u ya was there. I have,
and in which we have this noun, Hamza.
So here, Asma'ul Hamsa are majroor bil yaul Arab. Okay, among the 5 types of yas that you have covered, this is yaul Arab, which is just an alamatul status. This is just alama of the status, and it is not an ism. Okay, keep that in mind as well. And there are only 2 yas that you have covered before. There are isms. One was yaul mutakallim and then yaul muqataba. The rest 3 are, we don't need to worry about their Arab. Okay, so now this is that, and then comes your word yatiman za maqraba. What do you think about this one?
Okay, so yatiman is mansoob with fathat or zahira, and keeping things a little easier. So I'm going to first connect this. So yatiman is my common ism, and za maqrabatin is my sifa to yatiman. And that is also one of the Ismail Khamsa, which is showing a status through the presence of alif. And makrabatan is idafa, majroor bil idafa. So in this verse, yatiman, so when I'm seeing and finding the mansoob ism, I have to find its amil. So first step is to look in the previous ayahs if I'm able to find amil. And if not, then I will label it as a maful bihi li fi'l mahzuf. So in this case, I went back and I'm seeing here that I have actually the previous verse in ayah number 14, I have an ism, which is a masdar from family 4. And this masdar is acting or can act like a fail. And it is one of the 3 conditions where you can see masdar acting as a fail. The first one we just covered in fakku rakabatin. And this is the second one, which is munawwanan. So masdar is munawwanan here. So now I can say my file for, so not file, amil for this yatiman is actually it'amun, which is acting like a fail. So yatiman is mansoob bi maful bihi li ismu masdar.
Okay, so it is your maful bihi للمصدر. Simple, your مفعول به للمصدر. Very good job. And then continue with verse number 16. I think you were allotted.
Yes, and again, this is my أو is my عطف حرف عطف, and مسكينا is معطوف على اليتيما. And again, مسكينا is a common ism which is connected to ذا متربة through موصوف and صفة. ذا متربة same as the ذا مقربة is منصوب بالألف due to being اسماء خمسة, and it is making إضافة with متربة which is مجرور بالإضافة.
Very good job. Very well done. So here, now if your masdar is acting as a fail, you continue everything as a, you keep everything as a fail, okay? So you just don't even make it a sifa. Don't make it a sifa. Just make it khana khilana to a yatim who possesses who's a near relative, or a needy person full of dust on a day of extreme hunger. So this is just going to be muta'alliq bil masdar. Okay, that is acting as a fail. Okay, muta'alliq, it's going to be just simply muta'alliq bil your masdar. Do you all agree with this? That since it'amun has already shown its effect on yatiman or miskinan, now it's easy for us to just consider the jar wal majroor that is coming after it'amun as a muta'alliq bil it'amun, because that is telling you when to feed. The feeding is going to be done on a day of extreme hunger, on a day of severe hunger. And to whom? To orphans that are close relatives, and to poor people who are full of dust. Everyone with me so far? And in these two verses, verse number 15 and 16, you are seeing a simple plain mausuf sifa, right? There is, even we don't even need to mention the commonism, because the maqaraba is also common. The mataraba is also common, right? Mudaf ilayhi is common here in both cases. So it's just, just a simple plain mausuf sifa in which you see the qualities are all matching. Any question? Anyone? Same as zi masghaba. Yes, zi masghaba. Zi masghaba is the sifa for yom. Is a sifa for yom. So this fi yomin zi masghaba. Yom is being described by zi masghaba. Zi is common, just as yom is common, and masghabatin is its mudaf ilayhi. And fi yomin zi masghaba is telling you when is this feeding being done. This is, answering your when question. And therefore, it is going to be muta'alliq bil it'am. Yatiman is your who question. Who is going to be fed? And so is miskinan, answering your who question. However, these two are connected to each other through atf. So you're going to put them together as, murakkabe atf is put together. Afshan, does it make things clear to you? Does it answer your question? Alhamdulillah. Okay. So most of you may have not covered, or may have not even listened to amalul masdar, but it is very, very important when we covered that topic, that sometimes the masdar, and I will show you the slides, and amalul, what is the amalul masdar? That sometimes there are few isms that can act as a fail. Ism, fa'il, maf'ul, masdar, sifa mushabba, sigatul mubalagha, all these words can act as a fail, right? And we have covered them in sessions 141 or something. I don't exactly remember the session number, but we have covered all these. Yeah, 144 onwards, Sister Faiza has already typed. So, and then what are the cases when masdar is going to act like a fail? It is all those cases that, first two you already have seen. When it is a mudaf, as fakku raqaba was a mudaf, and its mudaf ilayhi came up as its mafulun bihi. And when a masdar is munawwanan, as you can see, it'amun was with a tanween. Munawwanan means tanween. And this has been, the same verse was taught to you in those sessions where it'am was acting as a fail. And that is why yatim and miskin were nasb in status. That it'am acted on yatim and miskin because it was acting like a fail. Therefore, yatim and miskin were nasb in status. Okay, inshallah. So then comes and I have to take you back to this, to this feeding, freeing of the slaves, feeding on the day of extreme hunger, a yatim who is your relative, and a maskeen who is full of dust. Do you know what does it explain?
Seems like it's giving you the tafsir of this Aqaba.
So if you don't think about, as I told you, for the next 15 minutes, don't think about wama adraka mal aqaba, right? Because then he has not, the one person is being talked about, right? And he has not broken through the difficult path. And difficult path is actually this valley. There's a valley, and we have been taught this in our Talimul Quran. Aqaba was very well explained by a teacher that this is a valley where, and this was I explained in Ibn Kasir and Mariful Quran as well, that this is a pass in between the valleys where people can take a refuge as well. Okay, they can take a refuge as well from the enemies, and sometimes they can can allow them to reach up to the top of the mountains to get a refuge and stuff like that. So just like this refuge or this valley saves people from the punishment, good deeds also save a person from a punishment, right? So what is what are those good deeds in those times? What were the very important good deeds?
Freeing the slave and feeding.
So if you are calling it that this is explaining al-aqaba, what will be the kind of the sentence you are seeing here?
This is the Jumla Tafsiriya.
If it is Jumla to Tafsiriya, what will be the status of that?
La mahala laha min al-i'rab.
If that is the Jumla to Tafsiriya for Al-Aqaba in verse 11, what will be the
Itradiya.
And what will be the status of this Jumla?
La mahala min al-i'rab.
Why?
Because that is always, Itradiya is always la mahala. And these two things, ayah number 11 and these 13 onward, they are connected. So this is interjecting between the two grammatically connected sentences.
Very good job. So is this clear to all of you? That this Fakku Raqaba is explaining what Aqaba is. How can you pass through this? What was the path they were supposed to take? The path that they were supposed to take was he should be freeing the slaves. He should be feeding the orphan and the needy on the day of extreme hunger. Okay. So now I will ask Sister who is next? I think Sister Faiza.
Sister Zohra.
Sister Zohra, you can continue with verse number 17, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Summa is harf atf, kana fi'l naqis, and its zamir is huwa, zamir muttasil, and min is harf jar, allazina is ism mawsul, amanu is sila, and which is jama muzakkar, and waw is the file. So if we say min is the masul and the allazina amanu is allazina is masul, sila is amanu.
Very good
job. And amanu can also be the khabar of kana.
No.
Ismu kana is huwa and the khabar of kana is the allazina amanu.
No, my dear sister, when you have, just like any jumla ismiya, when you have ismu kana huwa, then if there is no khabar of kana is always nasbin status. Allazina, is it nasbin status?
No, amanu is the allazina is it can be because it's not it cannot be given.
Amanu is a silatul mawsul, which is la mahalla laha min al-i'rab, right?
Yes, yeah.
So let's see here. Kana is going to be, as you have said, is fi'l madin, naqis, nasikh, wa ismu kana huwa, damir mustatir huwa, Then comes minal lazina amanu, and everything minal lazina amanu wa tawasaw bis sabri wa tawasaw bil marhama. Minal lazina jar
متعلق بالفعل كان.
muta'alliq bil khabar, right? Muta'alliq, because when you have said kana has an
Yes.
ism which is nakis, then you call minal lazina amanu wa tawasaw bis sabri wa tawasaw bil marhama as muta'alliq bil khabar, right? And min al-lazina, as you have said, this jar wal majroor, al-lazina is a mawsool followed by silatul mawsool. Amanu is going to be la mahalla laha min al-i'rab because it is a sila. Then comes your waw. What type of waw is this one?
وتواصوا it's also at
Very good job. And then tawasaw is going to be your
تواصوا is فعل مضارع.
sister. There is a sister Zora, remember there is a family that we have done that has ta in it as its part, and ta here is not
it's
just like amanu. Amanu is past, it's matu.
yeah, it's past.
Yeah, it's a past. Yeah. So because remember tafa'ala family, ta'awana. So it is from that family. So the ta is the part of the family. It's not alamatul mudari. So here again it's a past tense. Waw is the doer. Bis sabri is going to be. How will you label bis sabr?
How do we label what? bis sabr is متعلق بالخبر.
متعلق بالفعل. جار والمجرور متعلق بالفعل تواصوا, right?
Sorry.
No problem. No problem. No problem. So bis sabri is going to be متعلق بالفعل تواصوا, and then comes waw, atf, and
tawasaw is again the same as before.
Yeah.
It's the fi'l madi with the waw file.
Yeah.
Jamma muzakkar bil marhama jar majroor muta'alliq bil fi'l.
Very good job. Very well done. So you have kana with ismu kana and muta'alliq bil, and this is very common. That not always every, sometimes you don't have khabar. Khabar is mahzoof. You only have muta'alliq bil.
Muta'alliq bil.
Right. So I also gave you the work on your vows, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this vow you have told me what your vow. What
this
type
is
of
waw al jama'a.
So what type of vow is this? Is it
It says it's the file.
Yes, and is it an
it says Jama Muzakkar file.
Yeah,
Rafa. It's Rafa.
In always rough in status, and it's a part of your fail, and it can be seen in other afal as well, other than madin. You can find it in mudare as well.
Mudare, yeah.
You can find it in your amar as well, right? This vow.
Yes.
Yeah. You find it in all, three main afal that you have covered.
Main afal.
Find it fail mudare, fail madin, failul amr. All three can have vowel jama'a. And this is always going to be rough in status. Either it's going to be the file, or it can be naibul file, or it can be ismu kana. Kanu, when it is present in kanu, and if it is nakis, then it's going to be labeled as ismu kana. If it is kadu, it's going to be again ismu kada, because in those of Allah are mostly seen as nakis, nasikh. So, important thing about this is that it's a pronoun. It's a pronoun, and that is basically all that you need to know. And it is baris. Have you ever covered a case where this vow can get dropped? And this cannot be just sister Zohra. Anyone can answer. Can you ever find that this vow got dropped? And this was something that we have covered, I think, in Surah Taha. I have taught you in Surah Taha.
Because it's a pronoun, it should not be dropping.
There is one. Okay, Rabiha is saying there is one case. So Rabiha, I have taught you that. So that some people think that the people that this information is coming from heaven.
Oh yeah, instead of wow, there will be dhamma.
What is that case? No. When there is.
I forgot about that.
No problem. Yes, there is iltaqai sakinain. When does that happen? It is it's literally dropped in the word. It is literally not written. It is not literally written. Let me show you that. One second. One second. Now I am actually totally. One second.
When it comes with the with the root letter? No.
Talil, no, Tawqeed. Very good job. The answer is there. When it comes with when there is a nunu Tawqeed that attaches itself to waw al-jama'a because of rule of al-taqai sakinain, the waw gets dropped, right? It is not seen. It's, you cannot see it with your, how you have been seeing it, like in words amanu or yu'minuna or kafaru. This waw is not seen. Forgotten about that? Why?
Yeah, it came to my mind, but then I thought, but then the actual shape of the word was not coming. That whole.
Yeah, no problem. But that's, Nunu with Shaheen is right. Shaheen, we have covered it in our sessions on Surah Taha, that when Nunu Tawqeed, the Sakila, attaches itself, because mainly between Nunu Tawqeed, the Sakila, there are only two cases when Nunu al-Khafifa was used in Quran, and those two cases were Surah Yusuf and Surah Al-Alaq. But when Nunu Tawqeed al-Sakila attaches itself to Waw al-Jama'a, a word having Waw al-Jama'a, the waw gets omitted. It is hazaf. There is a hazaf of waw that we see, right? Do not forget that for in future, inshallah. Everyone, I'm not saying that to Sister Zohra only. I'm asking everyone, requesting everyone to keep that in mind and make a note of that in your notes, inshallah. Okay, so now, Sister Zohra, there was another waw.
Yeah, there are like a lot of vowels. Vowel jama, which is in the is, like yuminuna, like that.
No, like Wawil Jama is going to be in a ism like Muslimuna, right?
Yeah, Muslimuna, Muflihuna.
Yeah, so Muflihuna, that waw is Wawil Jama.
Not yuminuna, yes. In the ism.
Yeah, so then there is
Wawil Asma'ul Khamsa.
Very good job. Wawil Asma'ul Khamsa, very good job.
Yeah.
And
Waw Atf, Waw Khaliya.
Very good job.
Waw Maya.
Very good job.
And Waw Al Maya comes with the ism as well as with the fail.
Yes, very good job. Very well done.
And Waw Samaniya and Waw Itradiya.
Very good job.
Waw Istanafiya, Waw Al Fariqa.
Very good job.
Then Waw Al Qasb and Waw Al Ishba, Waw Zaida, and Waw Asliya, which is of the root letter.
Okay, now if I ask you, Waw Ishba, after which pronoun are we supposed to see Waw Ishba?
In Amr?
No, it is seen after, which letters are going to be followed by Waw Ishba. Let me, just open the slide.
Yeah, Waw with the.
It comes.
Antum Mim Jamal Muzakkar.
Yeah, so Mimul Jama, that is, in case of, Kumu or
Waqatulu.
No, not that one, not that one. Let me show you this one here. And Ar-Rahman. Let's see if 12 has everything. 132.
There is an example, Saqiftumu.
Yes, that was that. Saqiftumu. And what was the meme at the end? The meme is Mimul Jama, right?
Jama, yeah.
Mimul Jama is Zakur. So after that, you see this vowel Ishba, right? And I'm just for everyone, and for the quick recap of these vowel, I hope that I had them here. So right, these were the vowel Jama and everything. I had a slide where I have put some examples as well. Let me see here.
Yeah, I have the example here.
Yeah, so it is 1 second, which 130. Okay, let me show you the same one that I opened for Faisa as a copy here. It has the examples as well. So I just want to show everyone before the end of the session. I think somewhere here it should be. Oh my God, how many slides I have made for. Okay, here. So Bismillah Rahman Rahim. See note here, the wow that I asked you was Waul Ishba Saltumuhu. So after Mimul Jama, this wow is seen. Waul Ishba is seen after Mimul Jama. So if I asked you, tell me, and this can be anyone, not just Sister Zohra, what is the type of wow in Ulaika? What will be the answer, everyone? There is a wow there. You all can see. So Sister Faiza is saying it's Zaida. Sister Diluba is saying it's Zaida. Okay. So how we have covered it in our session number 130.
Zaida is like
something like, where we
just wow comes in between.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like Rabbana Atina ma watana. Rabbana wa atina. I think that's wow is.
Yeah, we thought that, we can label it as Zaida, but when you have this wow that was done there, that is always silent. Keep that in mind. This is this one. Arabs had no markings, no rafa dama kasra. There was no tashkil for Arabs. There were no dots for Arabs, right? So if there is a word, ulai, if I just remove the kaf after it, if the kaf was not there, and there was no wow there, and there is no fatha dama kasra there, what will you think about? What will be the meaning of this word? Can it be confused with alai? What do you think, sisters? If there is no wow, no dama fatha kasra, can it be confused with alai? Wake up, class. Oh my God, there is something that happened.
Yeah, but if we are non-Arab, how can we say e?
No, I'm just I'm unable to see the somehow I lost my chat box. But this wow is called vowel fasl. This wow is called vowel farika because that is just there, never read, is always silent, has a sifar mustadir on it, has a sifar mustadir on it.
Yeah.
And this vowel is there to differentiate this word from word alai. There is a word Amr. The name of Abu Jahal was Amr, right? And there is a name Umar. If I am telling you that there is no Fatah Dama Kasra, will they be written the same way? Umar and Amr? Can anyone differentiate between Umar and Amr?
No.
There will be no differentiation. So what happens to Amr is that you will find that Amr is written at the end with a wow. There is a wow at the end of word Amr, and that is how you see that there is a difference between that when you see this Umar, the first one is going to be Umar, and the next one is going to be written read as Amr. Is this clear to all of you? The wow that helps you differentiate is, it's also extra. So it's called Wawil Faraka or Wawil Fasl. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to our surah and inshallah finish the Suratul Balad. And I'm going to request Sister Aisha, I think. Sister Zora, you also have verse number 18, I think.
Yes.
Okay, you can continue with verse number 18.
Ulaika is Ism Ishara, Jama Muzakkar. And Ashabul Maymana is the Musharun alayh. And Ashabul Maymana is also Mudaf ilayh.
Okay, so is it a sentence or are you treating it as a fragment?
It's a Jumla Ismiya. And Ulaika is Mubtada and Ashabul Maymana can be Khabar.
Very good job. And it's your khabar here is Mufradism. Very good job. Very well done. Beautiful job, Sister Zohra. Beautiful job. Barakallah. Ameen wa yaki. Sister Aisha, if you want to continue with the rest of the surah, verse number 19 and 20.
Yes, please. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Waw is at, al-lazina is ism mawsul. And if we consider the continuation of the previous ayah, we can consider this as waw at. Otherwise, if we think that this is a new sentence beginning with telling about the different kind of people, then it's going to be waw istana. But I think it's waw at.
Okay. I will take it as atf then.
Okay. So al-lazina is ism mawsul. And it's we can consider it a mubtada, jumla failure. So kafaru is jumla ismiya. Fi mahalli rafin. Kafaru is fail ba fa'il wawul jamaa. Fi mahalli rafin, and it could be the khabar of al-lazina, and also sila. So it's going to be, if it's sila of al-lazina, then
so it can
it's
never be the khabar. I would like to stop you here. It will never be the khabar of al-lazina. Okay, you never call it sila. The sila of al-lazina can never be its khabar, my dear sister. It can never be. Silatul mawsul is never the khabar of al-lazina.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's all connected. Sila means something that is strongly connected. Sila is sila comes from wasal. Wasal, when something is in wasal, they are strongly connected. They're going to stay in the same. Yeah, so they are going to stay in the same place.
Bucket, yes.
The same bucket, okay? So al-lazina is mubtada, kafaru silatul mawsul.
Yes, silatul mawsul. Its fail is vowel jamaa.
The fail is kafaru, and waw is the doer. Fa'il is
doer.
Yeah.
B is harf jar. Ayati.
Sister Aisha, cannot hear you.
Sister Sama, can I continue?
Yeah, I can. You can. Yeah.
Okay, so وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بِآيَاتِنَا, this is my mubtada. So then I have a mubtada. So I'm jumla ismiya. I'm looking for a khabar, which is in this case is hum ashabul mash'amati. So this is my jumla ismiya, is itself if I open this fi mahalli raf, which is a khabru al-ladhina. So hum is my mubtada of this jumla ismiya, and ashabul mash'amati is my khabar. And this is making idafa. Then comes my ayah number 20, which is alayhim narum mu'sada.
Sister Faiza, can you? I'm so sorry. Stop. Sister Aisha wants to continue.
Oh,
yeah. I'm so
sorry. My mic stopped working. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Very sorry.
No problem, sister. So Sister Faiza has already covered Sister 19, verse 19, ayah 19. So she said that, al-lazina kafaru bi ayatina were all connected. Al-lazina was a mawsul that you have already called mubtada. Kafaru bi ayatina was sila, la mahalla laha min al-i'rab, goes with al-lazina in the mubtada bucket. Then she said that there was another sentence coming after it, which was the khabar of mubtada al-lazina, and that sentence is jumla ismiya, hum mean mubtada, and ashabul mash'ama is the khabar of that hum, and this jumla ismiya is going to be fi mahalli rafa, khabar of ism mawsul al-lazina. Then comes the last verse, alayhim narum musada. So sister Aisha, what kind of a sentence is this?
Ala is the harf jar, so alayhim is jar majroor. It's khabar muqaddam. Since harf jar is in the beginning, so we are going to consider it khabar muqaddam. And narun musadatun is sifa mawsuf. Narun is mubtada muakhar.
Good job. Very good job.
Yes.
And you said musada was the sifa of nar?
Yes.
Very good job. So in here, is it allowed for mubtada to be common? Is it one of the cases when there is allowance for mubtada to be common?
It's wujuban because jar majroor is in the beginning, so it has to be delayed. Yeah, taqdeem of mutalik is wujuban.
I will tell you here. I have this information. So in the case, if you see the alayhim narum musada, I will ask everyone to answer here. Is it is it from this column, the first column, or the second column, my dear sisters? Is it right column or the left column?
It's the Jawazan, Shubhu Jumla and Mubtada Marfu.
Yeah, right. Because your here it is jaiz. It is jaiz for mubtada. There is a taqdeem that is jaiz. Why? Because your mubtada was mawsufa. It was mawsufa. My dear sisters, everyone need to know this, inshallah. Not just sister Aisha. Everyone needs to know this. Everyone, because sister Aisha is on mic, and I'm not just referring to her. I'm requesting each and every one of you to know that here the taqdeem is jaiz. It is jaiz. It is not wajib. It is not wajib. Okay? Because I saw different type of answers. So I hope this is clear to all of you that hukum of taqdeem here is, it is jaiz. Okay?
Yeah.
So this was your Suratul Balad, the Nahu of Suratul Balad, right? Everyone, do you understand each and every verse? Alhamdulillah, it is, our time is up. So we will leave our surf for the next session, inshallah. And inshallah, we will complete our surf in the next session. And all the sisters who have been assigned the verses, they can come prepared with the surf of the same verses. Okay, inshallah. So with that, I will end the session. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my very dear sisters. Very proud of you all.